Alright guys, how's it going? Ryan A. Raymond here, once again, here to do some research tonight, and I've got a major update. Today is May 7th, 2019, and there's a pretty big update to Merch Informer, and I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, I don't usually use Merch Informer on videos, and because I usually just like their Keepa charts on their embedded in the Amazon website, and I've shown that in my video where I talked about my favorite tools that I use. If I ever figure it out, I'll put a card like right here or something, and maybe you can take it to that video if I ever figure out how to do that in post. So anyway, Merch Informer, the reason I don't use it that often is I tend to target things that are in a smaller niche that may not register on Merch Informer, because I like to kind of stay under the radar, because in there you got the best modules, in my opinion, is the product search, where you can search for the best ranking ones, and see, sort them by ranking for keyword. And then you have the tool where you can search for the trends, and you look for ones that are making sudden sales, and you got to kind of filter through to see the ones that are maintaining a good BSR. So I really like their tools. I just don't always find what I'm looking for on there. Well, for those of you guys that don't even use it, you need to know what just changed in the way people are going to do some research. So the new tool that they just released today, let me transition here, and I'm just going to do a test chat here in the chat to see if it's working. Looks like it is, so good. So anyway, what you guys need to know, for one, everyone always asks every day. Let me just give this a refresh, make sure it's up to date and not faked there, because you can make it say whatever you want. 20 sales today, 1,837 all time, 1,894 of 2,000 live. So getting close to making sure I've got that just filled up perfect for when my tier up comes. Just trying to make sure I'm staying with my sales at a minimum for upload. Basically trying to do, if I sell 20 in a day, I want to make sure I uploaded 20 that day. Just to make sure I'm staying on top of it, because it's easy to kind of fall behind. Anyway, what everyone needs to know. So we're going to go in here into Merch Informer, and I'm going to, let's see here, I'm going to go into two sites. So number one, just so you guys know, yes, I do have an affiliate link with Merch Informer, and let's see here, sign in, let's see, general stats, just so you guys in there, a few people have signed up. I've made a grand total of $83 with Merch Informer as an affiliate. So I will dump that link in there. And you guys don't have to use this, but if you use that with code Ryan, you get 20% off. So I'm just gonna put that in there and show you guys. I know a lot of you guys don't use this, and a lot of you do, so this is gonna work for everyone. So even if you don't use Merch Informer and you don't plan on signing up, that's cool, but you need to know what just changed today. So the big update is down here. It used to be in the Trend Hunter. It just used to have the movers and shakers, and let me show you guys what this used to do, or what this does. It looks for shirts. You can sort by daily, weekly, or monthly. So you look for shirts that in the last month, day, had sudden sales. And what you really want to look for is one of these that went from a 3 million and then started riding in here. But this one's clearly infringing, is why it's selling. It's infringing on two things, and will likely be gone if it's not already gone. So don't do this. If this is your shirt, you're probably gonna end up getting in trouble here. So this is the Merch Informer chart that is with the Chrome extension, so you get to see how this works here. So that's, you would come through here and you would look for ones that started doing this sort of progress. And the whole interface on Merch Informer just got a major update. This just all looks different, and it became entirely mobile friendly, so you can use it anywhere now really easily. But anyway, what you would come in here, and at least I would look for, is the ones that went down and looked like they stayed down. Well, the new tool here the trend tracker, what you can do is you can look over a certain period. So if we looked over a certain period for 3 months, normally what you'd always kind of be ending up finding is the top shirts here. So that one's infringing on Top Gun, it looks like. But you're going to find all these ones that typically have been where the copycats go, because they're the top selling shirts. Most people don't look at the shirts that had an average BSR of 500,000. A 500,000 shirt is probably selling every other day, every 2 or 3 days. It's not a bad selling shirt if it maintains 500,000. But what usually happens is that rank increases and people end up seeing it at 1 million or 2 million. It might be 2 weeks since it sold at 2 million, and it comes down, and you can still get some decent sales in those ranges. And that's always kind of the area I've liked to stay because it kept it out of these charts. Well, now with this new setup here, I can look for shirts that spent the last 3 months in an average BSR of 300 to 500,000. So these, you can see how the ranks go up to 700s, 800s. And so you might have overlooked those in the past as you're going through here. So if I'm looking at the ones just in the month, in the last 3 months, but if I go down even to the last month, you're going to find things that just started catching on this month. So, oh, might have broke it there. They're looking for some more data. Okay, so had a little bit of a bug there. It's bound to be broken, but there are new info here. So you can see this one here used to be at 1 million. And here, and now it's sitting at 726,000 for Daddy Bunny. You might overlook those ones. You're going to find shirts in here that are selling that you might have overlooked, because when you looked at them just doing your research, maybe they had that BSR that made you overthink it, but the topic was there. Now, what I'm not saying to do is go out here and copy these shirts, but you know, Bigfoot saw me, but nobody believes him. I will guarantee you there are probably now 1 million of those, because there are so many people repurposing Bigfoot designs. But there's all these little designs and things that you may not notice through other tools. So if you haven't tried Merchant Former and you're curious how this works, go in, use, if you'd like to, use my affiliate code there. That's cool. You don't have to at all. Like I said, I've made a grand total of about $80 in a year of that. So anyway, guys, if you would like to, check it out. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew this update came out today. So, and it is also now extremely easy to use on a mobile phone. So don't overlook the fact that your competition is now using this. And not everyone knows the update came in, so people may not have been in here in a while. So there could be some gold in here that you could find. You know, there's a lot of different things in here. You know, Army Mom Heart. Some of these things, I don't remember seeing them in other research. So basically, shirts are going to be exposed. I would recommend you guys check it out. Even if you just want to know how other people are going to be doing their research, so you can understand where you might need to make an adaptation in your research methods. So, I haven't seen any questions come through in the chat. So, once again, guys, if you're watching, if you find my content helpful, I do appreciate a like or a subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, I've noticed quite a bit of a new audience there. So if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you're watching on Facebook, as always, welcome. I've got this set up now where it's dual streaming to both platforms at the same time, and it lets me get uploaded to both. So I do appreciate you guys watching, whichever platform you're on. Also, go subscribe on both to make sure you don't ever miss it, whichever platform you prefer to watch on. But I do post different content on both of them. So thank you guys, and have a good night.